Through just a few days of practice, how's everybody looking to this point?
Coach Savage and the staff did an outstanding job this summer with the guys. The energy is outstanding. Guys are running. They're light on their feet. They're in shape. I don't think it could have went any better for the unit that I have. So I think through the summer, the training program that they did down there did an outstanding job, and we're ready to rock and roll for fall camp.
With Jamal being back there with you now, how much were you lobbying for that over the summer?
Always, always trying to get another good one, right? You're just trying to put pieces together, and we're anticipating him being a big part of what we do this year. He is mentally engaged. He's got to get reps. He's just got to get reps. He was just a freshman last year. Hasn't played a whole bunch. The talent is there, but you guys know how it goes on the back end. Talent is one piece of it. The other piece of it is directing the defense, lining everybody up, being in the right place, being on the upfield shoulder, fitting the run. So a lot of it's just repetition for him. But we're excited that he's back. He's in good spirits, and he'll be a big part of what we do this year.
How about Maurice coming over there with y'all?
Yeah, Mo's we're always just trying to put pieces together, and Mo's identified himself. He's a guy that showed ability to cover. He's got great cover skills, and he's got a good football IQ where he could potentially be a swing guy for us, safety and corner. And what it does, it just gives you depth. Now you're not trying to find maybe the next best corner or the next. You're trying to find who can I get on the field that can keep us playing at a high level. So Mo showed himself as a guy that football is really important to him. He takes it serious. He's up here all the time watching film and made some plays out there today, which were good to see. And now we just got to build on it. It's just a few practices in, and we're going to build on what he's doing.
How have the guys kind of taken to your coaching style?
Well, we'll find out, right? We'll find out. I know one way, and it's full speed, it's game speed, and it's really hard. But you try to prepare them for game situations, and if you want to play game speed, you got to practice game speed. So we'll coach them hard, we'll coach them fair, we're going to love them up, and we're going to have discipline in our unit. We're going to do things the right way. We're going to be knowledgeable in what we do. We're going to lead the nation in effort, hopefully. It's one of our goals, and just put out a quality secondary that can hopefully give us an opportunity to win in the SEC.
Yeah, watching you the last couple of days, it seemed like your communication skills are really good. You point out different things to your safeties. How do you feel like that communication has gone so far?
Knowledge is the key. Knowledge brings confidence. Knowledge is confidence, and if you're a knowledgeable player, you'll have a chance to make plays. A lot of safety is diagnosing plays, run pass, recognition, formations, align, adjust. So it's a lot more than just, hey, I can cover a guy. So, and you guys know that. So if you have knowledge, you got a chance to make a play, and then you got to build on the skill set, build on the technique, the fundamentals, getting off blocks, covering, pedaling, changing direction. So we just try to get guys in places to be successful, and then make it clear and concise in what their job is, and let them line up and go play.
Talked to Jamal Monday or Tuesday, and he said the first day of spring you shocked him out there going through drills, looking at him, you were backpedaling. He's like, man, this guy's trying to come out here and earn a spot with us.
Don't believe that at all. Listen, listen, it's funny. I listen, guys. You're out there, you're with them, right? You want to just, and sometimes I can jump out there and show them how to do a certain thing. But I promise you, if they try to hit me or run my way, I'm getting out the way. Don't get it twisted. So, but it's fun. We like to do things at a high tempo, and sometimes they just see it. A lot of guys are visual, so sometimes if they can see it, and then it just makes sense. And then sometimes you can articulate a drill, and it makes sense to them too. And then you're just trying to rep it over and over and over again. But we just try to do things a certain way at a high level, and hopefully we're getting the message across, and we'll find out everything we're about here in these next few months.
At this point, do you even care about strong and free safety?
Not as much. You're just trying to get. We're very multiple on the back end. So if you can play one, you can play the other. You can align the formations. In this day and age of spread offenses and tempos, you got to be able to line up and be on the side and know how to execute on one side to the field or execute on one side to the boundary. And it's all about space. It's all about trying to reduce space. It's all about trying to be on the upfield shoulder and really push balls to the sideline. And so we're just trying to reduce space, and one way we do it is having the guys learn both sides of the defense. If you can play field corner, you can play boundary. If you can play field safety, you can play boundary safety, and hopefully we can get to the point that you can play any one of the secondary spots. And what it does as a defense now, I can play the next best person. which is what we're trying to do. Not necessarily the backup safety, but the next best. And also, he's got some knowledge of the game. But the best thing he does is he brings a physical playmaking presence right now. We got a long way to go. He's got a lot of good football ahead of him, but he's bringing a positive presence from a leadership standpoint and a positive presence from a playmaking standpoint, which is good when you see those two things mesh together. And then usually what it does is you'll have a guy that can raise the confidence of a group. And I think him along with Kevon are doing those things. And then Mark McLaurin, he's in there making plays as well. So we're just trying to build the depth. You know, we're going to play more than two safeties. We're going to play more than two corners. We got to have depth to carry us through hopefully a championship season. So we're just trying to build on those things. But Brandon's doing an outstanding job. He's headed in the right direction. We got a long road to go, but he's taking the right steps in the right direction to where we need to be.
How does he avoid the quote-unquote sophomore slump?
Yeah, hey, listen, every year is independent. Every year is its own year. If you played poor one year or you played well one year, it's really, you got to treat each season as its own, and you guys know that. And I think the best thing you can do as a football player, as a coach, as a reporter, as anything you want to do in life is just keep an edge about yourself. Familiarity breeds contempt. You get comfortable with things, you get relaxed, you will get beat. So if you just keep an edge about yourself every day, try to work at a high level, keep expectations high for yourself, which those guys are doing. And it really starts with Coach Mullen up top. I mean, we got a hard-working program. I mean, I walked in here in February, and you're like, well, it makes sense. This is why they're successful. Everybody works hard. Everybody comes to work every day, and it just kind of penetrates down. You know, leadership is top-down, and then it comes from the inside out with the players. And I think Coach Mullen does an outstanding job with the leadership. The players take hold of it, and it really pushes through the locker room, from the weight room. And you got a hard-working bunch of guys. You got an opportunity to be successful.
Well, Kevon being the elder statesman of the group, do you rely on him a little more than the other guys? Well,
Yeah.
what do you expect out of Kevon?
Sure. I mean, one thing is play and conduct yourself like a senior. You know, he's been around it. He knows from training camp to class schedule. I put Kevon in charge of our room, more or less. We're accountable for ourselves. We're also accountable for each other. If a young guy needs to know something, hey, go. Kevon can get you right. If on the sideline, hey, go find Kevon. He's doing a great job of just communicating and articulating our defense, keeping a calm presence about himself, and it's because he's knowledgeable in what we're doing, and the guys are really feeding off of it. So we got the makings to hopefully have the year we want to have. We got a lot of work ahead of us, and we're going to get to work and try to get this thing done.
You got a good problem to have with all of the amount of safeties that you have back there. How do you kind of manage that rotation?
Yeah, the best thing is players decide who plays, not me. You know, so the guys, it's production over potential. We got a lot of guys with a lot of great potential. Whoever's going to produce are the guys will be put on the field, and you want it that way so everybody has an edge and everybody keeps fighting for reps.